Breaking bad habits. How to hack your brain's autopilot. Introduction. Our brain's double standard habits. They are the fixed ways of thinking that put our lives on autopilot. They are great because we don't have to think over and over about what we are going to do. But bad habits can be detrimental to us or prevent our progress. Like everything else, we can learn or unlearn them. But first, let's try to understand where they originate. The birth of habits. The programmer and the automatic escape route. Habits are born from our experiences, resulting in fixed pathways of thought in our brains. To understand this, let's compare what happens in our brains with the story of a programmer. A programmer named Sara is working on a complex code project. Whenever Sara's code runs into an error, she immediately opens the browser, checks social media feeds, and watches her favorite cat videos. This is her escape route from stress. First few days. When Sara makes a mistake, this escape route only remains as a temporary internet history record. A few months later, this escape route turns into a fixed macro on Sara's computer that runs with just a single key press. This macro doesn't just form on the computer. It also creates an automatic error escape habit pathway in Sara's brain. The funny thing is, one day Sara decides to block all distractions and cuts the internet connection. However, instead of controlling her behavior, her finger still controlling her behavior. Unconsciously goes to the macro key, even if the computer shows a no internet warning. The traces on her brain and finger are now too deep. To break this habit, Sara must find a new key combination, the habit loop. Cue. Routine. Routine. Reward what with. Call a habit is a response given to a cue. This is followed by a routine and ends with a reward. This is called the habit loop. Rewards cause the release of dopamine in our brains, the neurotransmitter that first makes us happy and then makes us addicted. Because of this, we can no longer give up the habit. How to hack habits. Journalist Charles Duhigg. Media for hours the moment your hand touches your phone. Cue. Trigger. Boredom or a feeling of momentary emptiness. Routine. Picking up the phone and scrolling for hours. Reward. An instant hit of dopamine from the brain and mental escape. 2. Change the habit. You can keep the cue and the reward, but you must change the routine. Instead of opening social media, open a book reading app on your phone, or put your phone away entirely, and do 5 minutes of stretching exercises. What about serious problems? If the problem is serious, you must abandon the cue as well. Take your phone completely out of the room. Delete your social media applications entirely. If you have friends who trigger the bad habit, find new friends who don't engage in that behavior. Example 2. Breaking the procrastination habit. Some habits, like procrastination, don't have a specific cue, routine, or reward. They just happen. You can change these through small steps and by giving yourself small rewards. Create a cue. Designate specific full hours as the cue to focus on your work. Short routine. The moment you hear the clock chime, focus on your work for just 5 minutes. Only answer 1 email or write 2 paragraphs of text. Small reward. Afterward, reward yourself by listening to a 2-minute segment of a favorite podcast. The first day you do this, new tracks will start to form in your brain. A few weeks later, it will be much easier to walk on that new path. A lot of small steps put together create a big difference. Conclusion: our whole lives are ahead of us, and our best option for success is good habits. As the famous poet John Dryden said, we first make our habits, and then our habits make us. So, have you ever successfully managed to break a bad habit in your life? Please share your experiences with us in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Everything Ordinary channel for more videos like this.